Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Prudence and this is Perspective. So hi everyone, today we are going to be talking about the wedding. We're going to be doing a wedding series basically, and for this wedding series, why I decided to do it is because in 2018 I got engaged and I was going to get married, and I had planned several people's weddings, but planning your own wedding is quite different. It's quite something. So I was looking for local ideas and local perspectives of where to start in Kenya, and I checked online, I checked everywhere. I didn't get quite direction to follow in my context, but this is why I came up with it. So today we are going to be talking about the wedding planning series, and we'll start with stage one. I came up with a few stages that I feel are important when you're planning a wedding. So our stage one is called the dream stage. Why I call this the dream stage is because it's a stage for you to dream and just be wild in your thoughts. What type of wedding have you always wanted? I call it the dream stage because you're given all the freedom to think and get ideas. Go to Pinterest, pin up types of things you want. That's why it's the dream stage. How when you're in the dream stage, you're assuming that maybe you have all the money you want. You just no limitations. Just dream. Think about what you want. This is a stage for thinking. It's a stage for coming up with ideas. It's a stage for um bringing your ideas to the table and seeing and visualizing, and then at the end of the wedding, at the end of it all, during the event, all your ideas will come to life. So you're now the dream stage, guys, and the dream stage, the first thing you have to do is set a date. Yes, congratulations and I engaged, but you have to set a date and know, when are you going to get married? When are you planning to do this? Is it a year? Is it 6 months? Is it 3 years? Is it 10 years? You have to find out when you plan to get married. This will help in a lot of things. Even when you start talking to service providers, they'll ask you, when are you getting married? When do you plan to get married? So at least you must set a date. Number one. Number two, you think about a venue. Yes, think about a venue. Where would you love to get married? You've set a date. Maybe, it's during a cold season, a hot season. Where would I want to get married? Do I want a grounds type of wedding? Do I want a garden? Do I want a ballroom? Do I want, I don't know, a rooftop? Whatever it is you want, think about it. Find out, what do I want to do and where do I want to get married? Yeah. And also, as you're getting married in Kenya, consider that sometimes the service and the reception are far away from each other. So at this stage of the dream stage, nothing is impossible. You just have to think, and dream. Whatever your heart wants. The logistics and the reality part, the reality shift will come in later. Third thing is the guests. How many guests do you want to have at your wedding? Do you want 50 people, 100, 500, 1,000, depending? But as I said, you're talking about Kenyan context, so most of the time in Kenyan context, you have everybody, like from the village, from church, from where. At my wedding, I had over 600 guests, and I don't regret it. That's what I wanted. I had so many people around me and so many groups I'm part of, and it was just okay to have everybody come. That's what I had budgeted for. So, yes, how many guests do you want? That's important to dream about as well. Number four, as you're thinking of guests, you also need to think of invitations. How are you going to do your invitations? Are you going to send e-cards? Are you going to print physical cards? If you're going to have 600 guests like me, you will not be able to give everybody a card. So what you can think about is having physical cards for groups or for very important people that are going to come to the wedding, people that need cards to attend. That's invitations. Think of designs you want. Think of, do you want a wedding website? I did a wedding website. We'll talk about that in the future. Those are things you can think of. Another thing is the theme. You can't have a wedding without a theme. Yeah, think about it. Do you want an Indian, rustic wedding? Do you want a bohemian setting? Do you want an all-white wedding? What type of wedding do you want? Which one? What type of wedding do you want? What are your color schemes? What do you want? What makes you happy as an individual? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. That's it. Another thing, with theme comes decoration. What kind of decor would you want? So there's the decor, in Kenya we decorate cars as well that carry the bridal party, that carry the parents. We decorate the venue. What centerpieces do you want on your table? Yeah, that's in decoration. What else are we thinking about? Flowers. Go to Pinterest, save up photos, because when you're meeting a service provider, they're going to ask you, what do you have in mind? And the worst thing you can tell them is, I don't know. No, you can't tell them you don't know. At least have something in mind. Have an idea of what you want and what you desire. That's with the decoration. From there, another very important thing is the food. You have listed your guest list. Can you be able to feed all those people at your wedding? What type of food do you want? What type of menu are available? Which service providers are you looking at? But from this point, you're just thinking about the food you want. You're dreaming. You're dreaming, you're dreaming, you're dreaming. Yes, we're dreaming. So write down menus, write down things you want people to eat at your wedding, things you don't want them to eat at your wedding. Write them down. After food comes the cake. Cake. Look at Pinterest. Download photos of cakes you like and designs you like, and keep them. Do they match with your theme or whatever it is you want? It's your wedding. You can do whatever you want, but cake is very important. From there on, we have transport. This is Kenya. This is Africa. Sometimes you call people to your wedding and they're very important to you, but they don't have transport. You may have called your grandparents all the way from the village and they don't have a car to move around with. Some may have, others don't. Your auntie or whoever may come, but they don't have a car to move around with. So you have to organize transport for some of the people that, or all of the people that you have invited. And I'll be giving you ideas in the series to come on ways you can improvise and save money on transport. Okay, that's a very important thing. Don't leave people stranded at your wedding that they don't know, how do we get home from here, how do we. I know, guys, that everyone coming to your wedding lazima kuwe amejipanga, but there's some, you can't leave your shoshos from the village hanging. No, you can't leave your aunties from the village hanging and they don't know where even the venue is. They don't know how to come back home. That's not good. Don't do that. Transport is very important. Also, for the bride and the groom, how are you going to go to church? Which type of car do you want? Which type of means of transport are you going to use while going to church? That is very important. After transport, we have entertainment. Do you have a master of ceremony? Do you have a band? Would you like a live band, or do you just like a DJ? Who's going to be, what's going to be happening at your wedding? What? Yeah, are people singing? What's going to be happening? Personally, I love Isukuti. I'm Luya, so I love Isukuti so much. Isukuti at the band, I'll insert a clip here. Yeah, so they sing and play drums, and mostly they come to pick the girl from the house before she goes to the church. Apart from that, that's entertainment. We have photography and videography. You have also to think, which kind of photos do you want? Which kind of videos do you want? Is there a specific maybe photographer that you've seen their work and you love their style? That's important also. Start looking at ideas of photos or themes you want to do in your photography. Other key things that you need to think about is personal stuff, like your dress if you're a bride, your tuxedo if you're a groom, your bridesmaids and groomsmen. What do you want them to wear? What are they going to wear? Download photos. Have ideas of what they're going to wear. Have ideas of your rings that you want to buy. Have ideas of the kids. If you have kids on your lineup, what are they going to wear? And how do you maybe plan to organize for that? So guys, this has been the dream stage. And during the dream stage, you're allowed to think and collect as many ideas as possible. Why? Because these ideas are going to be important in the next few stages that we're going to be talking about. So thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you for listening. My name is Prudence, and as I said, this is Perspective. Bye. Bye.